There are SCPs that kill you fast, and there are SCPs that erase you. And then, there are SCPs that do something far worse. They repurpose you. SCP-002 is classified as a large, tumor-like organic mass. It is roughly the size of a small room and resembles a furnished living space, except nothing inside it is manufactured. The walls are flesh and the floor is tissue. The carpet, if you can call it that, is made of skin. And the furniture, well, the furniture is the part that you do not want to think about for too long. Because SCP-002 doesn't just sit there. It waits. It invites. It makes himself look familiar in the only way it knows how. By building a room out of people. The Foundation's first exposure to SCP-002 didn't happen in a laboratory. It happened in the field, after reports of an anomalous biological structure that didn't match any known architecture, any known organism, or any known nightmare anyone was prepared to file paperwork for. The interior resembled an ordinary living room. A couch, a lamp, a desk, a rug, paintings. Objects that look normal at first glance. Until you notice that they aren't made out of wood, plastic, or metal. They're made of bone, muscle, hair, teeth, and skin. And in multiple cases, forensic analysts suggest that those materials were not harvested from corpses. They were produced. SCP-002's most consistent behavior is simple. When a living human comes into prolonged contact with it, SCP-002 accepts them. What happens next is described in clinical terms, but it should not be imagined clinically. Victims experience rapid organ failure and extreme tissue distortion. Over a short time, the body is disassembled and repurposed into new furnishings. Chairs, end tables, lamps, shelves, each one infused into the biological interior like it has always belonged there. The end result is a room that becomes more complete the more people it consumes. It's not feeding like an animal. It's decorating. Containment procedures for SCP-002 are brutally specific for a reason. The object is sealed, monitored, and held under strict isolation, and interaction is minimized. Personnel are warned not to approach without authorization, and the room is not to be entered. The room is not to be treated like a space. Because SCP-002 is not a room, it is a living organism pretending to be one. Even brief exposure creates risk. Psychological effects such as fixation, and a pull toward entering or resting. The language used by survivors is consistent. They describe SCP-002 as inviting, comfortable, almost safe. That's how it catches you. Not with force, with familiarity. The most telling part of SCP-002 isn't the object itself. It's the history of people who thought that they could handle it. Multiple incidents involving personnel ignoring protocol, stepping closer, entering, or remaining too long, followed by immediate conversion. After these incidents, SCP-002 displays new additions to its interior. The Foundation learns something important every time this happens. SCP-002 is not satisfied by containment. It wants more, and it grows by imitation. It creates furniture because that's what humans put in rooms. It creates a living room because that's what humans associate with rest and safety. It doesn't actually understand comfort, but it does understand what comfort looks like. And it uses that to make you lower your guard. The Foundation doesn't confirm an origin, but it doesn't need to. SCP-002 behaves like a parasitic environment, an organism that makes itself seem like a habitat. It's less a creature and more a place that eats. Some theories suggest extra-dimensional biology. Others suggest that it's a failed attempt at an artificial life. And some interpretations get quieter and worse. That SCP-002 is not copying human living spaces to lure us. That it's building them because it's trying to understand us. Like a thing with no concept of home attempting to manufacture one, using the only raw material that it has access to. Us. SCP-002 is terrifying because it is small. It's not world-ending, it's not cosmic, and it's not infinite. It's just a room. A room that you can walk into. A room that you can mistake for safety. And if you do, you won't die like a victim. You'll become an object. A piece of home decor. A permanent fixture that will wait for the next person to come home.